self-mastery. Don't need to look for a master, a teacher outside of you. You have the key. It's literally like we all have our own master sitting inside of us. He just needs to be cultivated. We just need to nourish him, give him the proper thoughts, give him the proper energy, give him the proper training, then that master comes out. Taking your life in your own hands again, stop relying too much on the outside. This is your life. That's why you need to be responsible for it.
If I've learned anything from life, it's that sometimes the darkest times can bring us to the most brightest places. I've learned that the toughest lessons can teach us the most important lessons, that the most painful struggles can grant us the most necessary growth. Said in times like these, it helps to recall there have always been times like these. The last one read, continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection.
Someone said to me, the reason you want it so badly is because the version of you in the future already has it. Someone also said God would not put things in your mind if he didn't think you could achieve them. A lot of us question why we think certain things, why we have certain dreams, why we feel certain ways about certain things. And that reason is because of what I just told you. These things were put in your mind for a purpose. Because the future self has it already, and it is preparing you to be that future self. To be ready to become that person, to shed your current skin, to become the thing you need to be to achieve those things. So the next time you're questioning whether or not it's worthwhile or questioning whether or not you're gonna make it, remind yourself of those quotes.
The more you're able to let go, the quicker you are going to approach along this way. Why? Because the more things, the more weight you are letting go, the more light you become, the more open you become, the more new things are automatically starting to fill all the gaps that now you have made space for. But if you are starting into the next year, into your next period, but you keep on having the same things over and over again that are already inside of you since the last 20 years, nothing too much new gonna come.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're here for a purpose, to enrich the world. Your destiny is in your mouth, in your mind. There's nothing more supreme than confidence. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. Applied properly, you're inconquerable.
How many promises have you broken to yourself this week? Take a second and really think about that. Maybe it was the alarm you snoozed this morning. Maybe it was the workout you skipped yesterday. Now, here's the real question. How do those broken promises make you feel? You see, every time you tell yourself you'll do something and then you don't, a small part of you loses faith in yourself. And the scary part? You probably don't even notice. It's about the tiny defeats that stack up one after another. You think you're just skipping the gym? But what you're really skipping is the opportunity to prove to yourself that you're capable. You think you're just snoozing your alarm, but what you're really doing is training yourself to break your own word. These defeats, they don't happen all at once. They creep in slowly, infiltrating your mind, making you feel weaker, making you doubt yourself. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. What if I told you there's one decision you can make today that will change everything? What if I told you that keeping the promises you make to yourself could unlock a level of mental strength you didn't even know you had? This video is not about motivation. It's not about hyping you up or telling you to just do it. This is about building discipline. Because discipline isn't about punishment, it's about freedom. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly proud of yourself? I'm not talking about the big moments like landing a job or finishing a degree. I'm talking about those quiet moments, the ones no one else sees, where you showed up for yourself, when it would have been easier not to. For most of us, those moments are rare. Why? Because we're losing the small battles every single day. And every time you break your own word, you're telling yourself, my promises don't matter. I don't matter. You might not realize it, but this is what's slowly draining your mental strength. It's why you feel unmotivated. It's why you feel stuck. It's why you feel like you're not enough. I've been there. I know how it feels. Let's talk about motivation for a second. Everyone's obsessed with it. I just need to find the motivation, they say. But let me tell you something. Motivation is a liar. It's unreliable. It's fleeting. And if you're waiting to feel motivated, you'll be waiting forever. Discipline, though. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline says, get it done anyway. Here's the truth. Discipline will take you places that motivation never could. When you build discipline, you don't need to rely on some magical burst of energy to get things done. You just do them. And every time you follow through, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. Imagine this, waking up every day and knowing you can trust yourself completely. Knowing that when you say you'll do something, it'll get done. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up day after day and proving to yourself that you're stronger than your excuses. Let me share a story. There was a guy, ordinary like you and me. He wasn't the strongest or the smartest, but he was disciplined. Every morning he woke up at the same time, he trained at the same time, he ate the same meals. People called him boring, even obsessive. But you know what? He won. Not because he was special, but because he refused to lose to himself. That's what discipline does. It makes you unstoppable. Now you might be thinking, okay, I get it. Discipline is important. But where do I start? Start small. Start today. Step 1. Set one non-negotiable goal. Just one. Maybe it's waking up at 6 a.m. Maybe it's drinking a gallon of water. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you commit to it, no matter what. Step 2. Eliminate decision fatigue. Don't give yourself options. If you've decided to train at 7 a.m., there's no debate. You're not asking yourself if you feel like it. You're just doing it. Step 3. Track your wins. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, write it down. Watch the list grow. Those little victories. They add up. But let me be real with you. You're going to mess up. You're going to miss workouts, hit snooze, and break promises. And that's okay. Failing doesn't mean you're a failure. Quitting does. The key is to get back up. To refuse to let one bad day turn into a bad week. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the easier it becomes to win those battles. At the end of the day, discipline isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about freedom. When you're disciplined, you're free from the guilt and regret that comes from breaking promises. You're free from the endless cycle of excuses and restarts. You're free to live the life you've always wanted. Start small, but start today. Win your next battle, and then the one after that. Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you're proving to yourself that you're capable. that you're strong, that you're enough. You've got this. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build discipline together.
Turn your feelings off when it comes down to you wanting to be better. What that means is when that alarm clock goes off, your feelings gotta go away. If you want to achieve greatness.
The person that you have to spend the most time talking to in your life is yourself. Try not to lose that respect.
The quality of your life is determined by how you choose to deal with your boredom. Do you scroll or do you focus? Do you drink or do you train? Do you binge watch or do you read? Do you consume or do you create? Do you choose comfort or challenge? Do you choose pleasure or your goals?
When everything on the surface in life is loud and chaotic and noisy and out of control, it's people who go inward, who go deep within themselves and get quiet and calm, tranquility under duress. And most people operate on the surface in their lives. So the conditions dictate their temperament, their emotions, their behaviors. The happiest people, the most productive people, the people who make the best decisions, they can stay calm and quiet like the bottom of the ocean. When it gets noisy on the surface and chaotic, things are crashing around you. Go inward and go deep and find that calmness, find that equanimity. People that struggle in life get way too high when things are good and way too low when things aren't so good. And it's your ability to stay even, especially during tumultuous times, that makes the difference in your life. Too many of us run our families or our lives in such a chaotic fashion with things crashing all the time that not only does it affect our own decision-making, our own emotions, but it's affecting the people around us. These problems keep coming because of the way we respond to them. Are you somebody who's cool, calm, and collected under pressure? Or are you somebody that succumbs to their environment? Don't live on the surface. Live in the depths of your emotions, the depths of your relationships, the depths of your conviction, the depths of your character, the depths of your decisions, and you'll be a whole lot happier and more productive.
I realize you go higher, you go even more alone. Why? Because nobody is willing anymore to invest their energy in going higher, because it's becoming more difficult.
You'd only know that I was having a bad day if I told you, because I show up to what's expected of me, regardless of how I feel. Now you might think this is a pursuit of ignoring my emotions, but really it's quite the opposite. When I feel that pit in my stomach of fear or sadness, I work so hard to recognize that the self-sustained difficulties, the run that I'm on right now, are the deepest forms of self-love. I am not immune to bad things happening that are out of my control, but when they do, and the lonely moments come about, I am there to pick myself up, despite the pain.
You see success, yet you hesitate. I feel blocked, yet the path is clear. It's like the universe is saying it's not my time. The universe doesn't block, it reveals. And why does every step feel heavier? Because you're on the edge of change. You're not meant to tiptoe into success. It demands a cost that feels impossible to pay. You're afraid. No, I'm ready. I've worked too hard. Yet your heart races as you near the finish. Your feet falter.
You don't understand. I want this. It's not fear. It's life. Life is unfair.
You don't fear failure. You fear your own power. Feel it. Own it. You were not born to be small. I've been the one holding myself back. Yes. And now you see. Keep your foot on the accelerator. The wall breaks for those who do not flinch. Shatter it.
It's easy to show up when momentum is on your side and everything feels effortless. It's harder to show up when the climb gets steeper and progress feels invisible. But those are the moments that define you, the moments that separate the ones who say they want it from those who mean it. Because discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Keep showing up, even when you're not at your best. You don't need to win every day. You just need to keep going.
The most important question is, people get to where they want to go because they know where they want to go. Most people don't know where they want to go. A lot of people are going and being driven by what they think they should do, what other people say they should do, what they have carried in their mind for a long time they should do. But the most important question you can ever ask yourself is, what do I really want? And the answer to that, once you can establish for yourself what the answer to that is, and have everything you do, every choice you make, move you in the direction of what you say your vision is. And when you do that, the forces of life rise up to meet you. The reason why most people have such chaotic lives is because they're living in chaos in their head. And as soon as you get clear, it clears up.
Piece by piece, and it's the consistency of the work. When so like the consistency of work, Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better, right? And you do that over a period of time, not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And then you can get to where you want to go.
Once you take that first step, you've looked the beast in the face, and you'll start progressing, not linearly, but exponentially in speed. It doesn't really matter how small that first step is, because it'll start doubling, and anything that doubles grows unbelievably quickly. And so that's a very useful thing to know too.
Walk up to the plate and swing. Ain't no striking out in this game.
Purpose is stronger than object. What you want is important, but what for is even more important. So decide what you want, decide what you want it for, keep working on that.
Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within, this is the key. You will find that at a certain point, probably at about 25 to 30 minutes, your mind will go completely clear. And then a flow of ideas will start to flow into your mind. You'll feel energy welling up inside you. And at a precise moment, as you sit there in complete silence, your mind will go clear, and wham, exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time.
Limits. Don't let the world ever put limits on you. You can do anything you want to do, but make sure if you have a vision, make sure the vision is written. Make sure you have something to actually chase and not just hoping and wishing. Put your plan together and then work the plan. Don't work somebody else's plan. You have to create your own brand yourself. And your brain is whatever you feel like doing, whatever your heart is passionate about, chase it.
Most people will not understand your obsession, your drive, and your determination. Success is a lonely journey. That's just a reality. And most people are not going to understand why you're so driven, why you're so obsessed. And if you try and make them understand, you're going to end up frustrated. The best advice I can tell you is, go on the journey by yourself. It is the best journey, man. Leveling up, becoming the best version of yourself is the most awesomest journey you will ever go on.
Stop scaring yourself. How often do you terrorize yourself with your own thoughts? You get into absolute terror, and it's only coming from your thoughts. Nobody out there is doing a thing. We find so many ways to scare ourselves. Make a list of your fears, and then give yourself the opportunity to turn each fear into a positive affirmation. Turn each one into something positive. And remember, always you are in charge.
One sleepless night I know you can take, but I recognize that your mind isn't fixated on the one. It's on the many that you fear will continue to happen. And for that, I am sorry. I know the pain of each one continues to compound, but I need you to recognize that you cannot allow the sleepless night to define you. It is simply an obstacle that involves you. and an eventual way through is inevitable. If you can find even just a second of okayness in your day, I need you to remember that that second will be there tomorrow, and just maybe the night will not be so daunting.
World will see you as you see. People think that the world sees you a certain way and that that's how you are, and then you have to change it. That's not how it works. When you see yourself a certain way, the world respects that and sees you that way as well. And that goes for your habits, your lifestyle, or anything that you're trying to work on. We create the image that the world accepts, and other people think that the world tells us what to do.
There's this thing about people, and they talk about manifesting. It's fucking real, man. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. And there's no excuses, there's no fucking days off, there's no not willing to grind, and everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me. Because these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want, they know who they are, and they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
When you look at someone and you say that man or that woman has something that I don't have, you're telling yourself a justification as to why you can't do it. You're talking yourself out of it. They didn't have that ability either. They got it from showing up every day and executing, and especially when they don't feel like it.
Our minds are morphing from minute to minute if we let them. If you are not paying attention, if you are on cruise control, then your mind is not under your own control. We can't be in cruise control. You can't let your mind be in cruise control. You have to be cognizant of what you're thinking. You have to be aware of how you are being influenced. Because in this day and age, right now, if you aren't careful, you can slide down the path of least resistance, the path to weakness, and the path to a lack of control as to what is happening in our lives. In your life, life will happen to you instead of life happening for you. Do not allow that. You have to take control. You got to do something to get control of your brain. You got to check yourself. Control the things you think about. You can actually control how you feel. You can control what you think, and you can definitely control what you do. You got to be the master of your mind.
The formula for failure: a few errors in judgment repeated every day for 1 month starts the weakness, starts the disaster process. You can imagine what happens in 6 years. Now here's the formula for success: a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Eliminate the errors and replace it with disciplines practiced. I'm telling you, you can start this process of life change immediately. After today, you don't ever have to be the same again, only by choice.
People go, what's your biggest fear in life?
You ever feel like nothing good was ever gonna happen to you?
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate.
I have spent my whole life scared.
Fear is the path to the dark side. If you didn't withdraw in fear from everything that life threw at you, who could you become?
The best way to fight the demons that chase you in the night is to stop and turn around.
Fear is an illness. If you catch it and you leave it untreated, it can consume you.
Fear wasn't real. He said it wasn't made of anything, it was just air.
Fear is not real.
Fear is my friend. Fear allows me to reach my highest potential.
There is no shame to admit that you're afraid.
Believe in yourself.
Never fear a storm.
Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
If you can teach people to stand up in the face of the things they're afraid of, they get stronger.
Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain.
You can either live your dreams or live your fears.
Because there is no courage without fear. And when I made peace with that, it changes everything in my life.
You learn things painfully. And when you learn something painfully, a part of you has to die. That's the pain. You know, when a dream is shattered, for example, a huge part of you that constituted that dream, maybe even the biological substrate of that dream, has to be stripped away and burned. And so, life is a constant process of death and rebirth. And to participate in that fully is to allow yourself to be redeemed by it.
What are the things that you fear that's been keeping you from living your dream? That's been keeping you from doing some things that you would like to do? Just think about those things. You must be willing to go forward and face your fears again and again and again. There's a difference between having a fear and the fear having you.
Bravery is not the absence of fear. Bravery is feeling fear and moving forward anyway.
The fear is never reaching your potential. That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man and you look back and go, God, I could have been great. I could have been great.
Winning never visits you in your daydreams. It sees you in your nightmares. The things that you come visit you in your nightmares, those things are real. Those are the things that you have to deal with. Those are the monsters underneath the bed. Those are the skeletons in the closet. Those are the things that you've put away. And some of the stuff that you've put away and you don't want to deal with is some of the best part of you.
Many fears is it that you are dealing with, but ultimately you conquer them. And then the outlook on the rest of the life looks different. It changes something inside of you. It changes the perspective, how you are looking at things, where you see other people, they are living in fear, but fear of nothing.
It's like you're not as good as you could be, so you let that part of you die. And if someone comes along and says, you know, there's some dead wood here, man, it needs to be burned off. You think, well, that stuff's still a bit alive. When that burns, it's gonna hurt. It's like, yeah, well, no kidding. But maybe the thing that emerges in its place is something better.
Now, fear and courage tend to be habits that if you are afraid and you give in to the fear and you back away, it becomes a habit to back away whenever you're afraid or unsure. If you're afraid and you force yourself to confront the fear, it becomes a habit to confront the fear whenever you find something that you're afraid of. And you'll find that most fears disappear when you confront them. And most fears, fears of failure, fears of rejection, fears of loss, fears of pain, fears of limitation, fears of the loss of a relationship, fears of ill health, most of these fears disappear when you confront them head on.
That if I wanted to be the best person that I could be, that I needed to go where the fear is. Go where the fear is. Go where the fear is.
Everything that you ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Don't fear failure. Dream big. Work hard. Stay positive. Enjoy the journey.
Learn to dance in the rain.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it.
It starts with yourself, man. You got to start diving into those things that you are afraid of. You don't gain confidence by going to the spot that makes you feel good. It's gonna be a false reality. And the second life gives you that challenge, all you want to do is go back to what gave you confidence, is that happy spot. No, what gives you confidence? What gives you confidence, not being afraid, is overcoming the fear.
How do you overcome fear? And the first thing you've got to realize is that most of the fear that you have isn't a reality, it's just built up in your head. So what you need to do to overcome your fear
is to go and face it, go and look at it, go on the attack, move towards it. That's what you need to do if you're afraid of something. Don't hide from it. The more you hide from it, the bigger it gets.
We're trying so hard in our lives to fit in, yet the people we idolize are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, okay? Because even if you walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire.
You should be scared. You should be anxious. You should be worried. You should be concerned. You know what that means? That means you actually give a fuck about what you're trying to do.
I used to think that if you were really courageous, eventually you got to the point where you weren't afraid. I'm going to tell you something, that if you're not a little bit afraid, at least 3 or 4 nights a week, you're not trying hard enough. If you're not falling on your face over and over again, if you're not trembling when you go to sleep with your heart pounding, then what is happening is you're not trying hard enough. You're living too far within your potential. That all really successful people live on the outside edge of what they're capable of. And it's always a little bit scary on the outside edge because we all have feelings of uncertainty. We all have fears. We all have doubts that hold us back. But the brave person is simply the person who moves forward and keeps taking the chance.
You begin to trust yourself and put yourself in the situation where you have to make it happen. You will make it happen. I know that you've got greatness within you. I know that you have unlimited potential in you. I know that you have something to give to the universe. And what kind of gift could you give if fear wasn't an issue? And I'm saying, you can have fears, but don't surrender. Don't let your fears have you.
Losing is not an option with me. Not being successful is not an option. When you make not being successful, it's not an option for you, that's when your life is gonna change. Some of y'all are complacent and you cool with not being successful. I'm not cool with that.
There's gonna come a day when you're gonna wish that you were given more. I'm talking about the day that you would have looked over your life and realized that you left more on the table than what you served. That's why every man and every woman must realize that there's something on the inside of you that has to be pulled out. And if you leave something in the tank, it'll become regret.
You know, when you say you're gonna do something and then you follow through and you do it, not at the end when you cross the marathon, you finish it, or your hands raised. I'm talking about right now. The small steps in between the big successes everyone sees. No one sees this.
Failure is the price of greatness. Failure is the highway to success. You've got to get in, you've got to leave no stone unturned. You've got to develop this hardiness and resilience and anti-fragility so that you are willing to make mistakes. The discomfort of growth is always so much more valued than the illusion of safety. It sounds like a lot of work. Growing sounds like a lot of work. Setting your intentions and goals sounds like a lot of work. Being an excellent person sounds like a lot of work, but what's the alternative? You get to the last hour of your last day and you look back on your life and you think about all the potential and genius you've left on the table. You think about the experiences you didn't have. Part of building is you get to know your strengths and you get to know your talents. That's the reward, not the outer rim.
You think that purpose or passion just kind of happens. That's not true. The biggest thing that people don't realize is that it's something you have to be super intentional about. When you wake up every day, you have an opportunity to bring passion into your life. You have an opportunity to decide how you're going to show up with a sense of purpose today. And this lack of intentionality is the reason why you feel stuck.
Should we be ambitious? Of course we should. But not selfishly. We should be ambitious enough to think that we could change the world, turn it into something divine, and we can.
You're blessed to be in the position you're in. And even if things are tough, even if, you're going through a tough season right now, you're still blessed. And I know it's a tough way to think, but you are, because there's something in that season, there's something in that struggle that you're going through right now that is going to help you later in life.
One of the most important things you could realize is that you're not alone. You're not the first to go through it. You're not gonna be the last to go through it. And oftentimes it happens. You feel like you're alone, and you feel like it's only you, and you're in your bubble. Just gotta remember, hold on to that fundamental quality of faith. Have faith that on the other side of your pain is something good.
I'm not good enough, smart enough. I'm not talented enough to do that. Some people are. If you lack talent, you can't sit back and say, I'll start in half an hour. I can't do that. I gotta start now. And after I get back from starting, I gotta start again.
Stop waiting, just start. What are you waiting for? The more you wait, the more you're in the vibration of waiting too. The vibration of waiting and the vibration of being are two very different vibrations, because there's no future. The future, by the time the future gets here, it's this moment right now. So it's I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. I'm in the vibration of waiting. I'm in the vibration of waiting. It's just you stay there. The moment the reality shifts is the moment you start being it. What you do is you don't run away, you go forward. That's the main thing, because the only thing that can make you do is drive you away from your purpose. You get right back on track and you keep moving forward and you keep trusting the process and you keep grinding, you keep searching. That's what's gonna keep you on track.
People are incapable of picking a direction and going. They observe the possibilities, they get paralyzed by all the possibilities, they refuse to move forward on all the possibilities, and then time passes them by. So it's very important that you make a decision and you go down that path, you commit to that path.
If you want revenge for the bad things that have happened in your life, start with the version of you that hasn't lived up to your potential.
Wherever you point the finger of blame, power follows. And so whoever I blame for the life I have is the person who I give all the power over my existence, over my circumstances. And so it hurts, but if you turn the finger inwards and you start saying, I don't like my life. The person that I need to punish or get back at is the real person who got me here, which is me. If you can barely decide to take any action at all and peel your eyes away from your phone for just a moment, it's so much easier to beat everyone else. It has never been easier to start a business, to make money, to get in shape. It's just also never been easier to do nothing.
We don't rise to the standards we have when others are watching. We fall to the standards we have when no one is watching. The only work that really matters is the work that no one sees. It shows you who you really are rather than who you say you are.
Is know that when no one's watching, I work harder than when they're watching. And thinking about it like that has given me this persistent and ever-present scorecard or third party that's like, no one's watching, which means now you have to work, because otherwise you're full of shit. Me and other me holding the whip behind me to see how much I can take. But with each lash of the whip that I take, learning that I can take it and continue to trudge on. And so as long as you keep going, you bear witness to yourself of what you are capable of. And I find that incredibly satisfying in the trenches of misery when you have to go through it. I'm still here. I'd say one of the strongest mental frames that has got me through my hardest times is thinking this will be the story that I will one day tell.
And that means the harder it is, the bigger the dragon, the more epic the story, and by consequence, the more epic the hero.
A lot of self-work can be summarized into thoughts aren't true, feelings don't require actions, things aren't good or bad, they just are. Our greatest enemy is ignorance. To change your life, change your surroundings. Our actions, not our pasts, define who we are.
I think what makes life more difficult for people is the judgment they have on themselves about what they believe they're supposed to do or supposed to have achieved, or that this condition or this thing that happened is good or bad, or it should have been good or it should have been badder. And the thing is that as we continue to play out the timeline of life, we can't know if anything is good or bad until the day we die, and the day we die won't matter because we'll be dead. And so it means that at the end of the day, all of the things that occur simply occur. And for me, reminding myself of that I think this is bad or I think this is good, it limits the peaks and it also limits the valleys. And saying, this just is. When you're growing, it's very painful. When you're stagnating, it's very painful. When you're declining and you also don't know what to do, it's very painful. And so that means that all conditions of reality are painful. And so if pain is a prerequisite for reality, then it means it's just a signal that we are alive. And so in thinking about that, rather than pain as a problem, it is a signal that I'm breathing, and then becomes irrelevant. Victims see their past as their fate. Champions see their past as their origin story. And so a lot of people are living through their origin story right now, or they're living through the very reason that they'll never be successful, but it could be the exact same situation. And the only difference between either character is the actions they choose to take, which means that if you're waking up in your main player character today in this moment, as weird of a construct as this is, the past doesn't exist. It's just gone, it's not anywhere. And so the only thing that we actually have control over is the actions that we take right now.
There is this strange feeling that one is not yet in real life. For the time being, one is doing this or that. But there is always the fantasy that sometime in the future, the real thing will come about. A common feeling that your life has not yet begun, that your present reality is a mere prelude to some idyllic future. This idyll is a mirage that'll fade as you approach, revealing that the prelude you rushed through was in fact the one to your death.
Waiting to begin never got anyone anywhere.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition, it's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
The fear that people have when they're starting out is that they say things like, I have nothing going for me, I have no advantages, I have nothing to my name, I have no money, I have no network, I have no resources. It also means that you have nothing to lose, which makes you incredibly dangerous. And I think people wildly underestimate how many shots on goal you can take when you have nothing to lose. You have the perfect conditions for taking risk, because the worst case scenario is baseline, is where you're currently at, which means that it's like going to the casino and playing craps, but they say that you can just keep playing until you win. But people are afraid to roll.
A warrior has or feels the obligation, if something is out of balance out there, I'm gonna fix it. Or you try. And if you try and you fail, you try harder next time. But you don't give up on that statement that you're giving to yourself.
Nervous system will always choose a familiar hell rather than an unfamiliar heaven. Your nervous system is connected to the trauma that you've been through, and it stores that trauma. And its number one job is to protect you and keep you safe. Here's the thing, is that your nervous system will protect you by keeping you comfortable. Comfort is the familiar hell. Uncomfort and pressing through the unknown, even though it's very scary, is the unfamiliar heaven. So get uncomfortable. Do the thing that is scaring you. Take the step, jump, whatever that might be, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up in a way better place.
Your life gets better when you realize nobody gives a fuck about how much money you make or how many followers you have or what's going on. They're worried about their own shit. So take a deep fucking breath and realize this is you, this is me, and this is all the famous people that you wish that you were or could be. This is the world. They don't give a fuck. In the scheme of things, it's nice, it's good, but my friends, I promise you, the shit that you're worried about, that they think about you, they don't give a fuck. And in a weird way, that's awesome. Once you realize that nobody gives a shit about you, they've got their own fucking problems, your life gets better.
Srila said this was the essential question you have to ask yourself. He says, in everything you do and say and think, is this essential? Because so much of what we do and say and think is not essential. And he says, when we eliminate the inessential, we get the double benefit of doing the essential things better.
You don't actually have to know if it's going to work. You don't have to know if you're gonna like it in a month, in a year, in 10 years. You don't have to know if it's the right or wrong decision, and you certainly don't need to keep overthinking it. Because truth be told, there is no wrong decision when you're acting from the values of the person that you want to be.
And here's what I want to tell you: if you feel a little stuck, you are capable of so much more than you even know. Your life is so big and so beautiful, and the most amazing people that you're going to meet are ahead of you in life. I want you to know that if you can get clear about what you want, and you commit to waking up every day and just putting one foot in front of the other, I promise you, you will wake up like I have at some point in the future and realize you're not only living the life that you dreamed of, but you're actually loving it.
Beat the odds. When evil hurls you down the deepest, darkest trench you could imagine, and it feels as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and everyone has counted you out, pull off a miracle. Harness the sacred energy that lies within you and show the world your true form. Because this version of you, the one that stays down, has a weak mind, settles for less, is not you. This is not your true form. It is time for you to embody it.
You want to get rewarded for things that, just for participating, and that's not how life works. You know, you're judged by your wins, you're judged by your losses, you're judged by your effort, you're judged by the end results that you develop and you put out there. It doesn't matter who you are. There's always going to be a winner, there's always going to be a loser. In your life, you're either winning or you're losing. It's all the stuff in between that people like to make excuses for and like to justify, well, this is why I'm in. No. You're either winning or you're losing.
At some point, you have to ask yourself why you're repeatedly saying you're unhappy, yet doing nothing about it. If you want something fundamentally different, you have to make fundamental changes. Don't expect different results when your behavior is the same. Nothing in this world is handed to you, not even your own happiness. Everything must be earned. Change your perspective and change your life.
Happiness is a mindset. If you give off positive energy and you treat people with respect and you try to be a better individual every single day, you will attract happiness in your life. If you don't put yourself out there and try, then you're not going to be able to grow and you're not going to be able to get to that goal. It's just going to be a dream forever.
If money and status were no object, what would I do? If I was less afraid of other people's opinions, what would I say? What actually makes me happy? Does success make me happy? What is my definition of success? What is my definition of success if money was taken out of the equation? What are the things that I'm hiding from myself? What are the emotions that I'm unprepared to feel? What are the things that I feel the most shame and guilt around?
Whenever you feel negative or unhappy about anything, you say, wait a minute, I'm responsible. I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible for what happens. I can't change the past, so I'm not going to spend a second worrying about the past. I'm going to become so busy working on my future and my goals that I don't have time to think about the past.
A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going. I don't feel like going to work. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world, to get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying.
Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not good enough. If you really want something bad enough, if you really, really want something bad enough, you'll figure out a way to get there.
It was always you. Building belief. When no one else did look around you, who do you see? Is there anyone who stayed awake at night, dreaming your dreams for you? No team, no cheering squad, no coach. There was no magical plan laid out for you when you hit rock bottom. Or motivational speaker pulling you up. It was you. That's the part nobody talks about, right? The raw, unfiltered truth. In the darkest moments, when no one believed in you, when there wasn't a single hand to hold, you built belief from nothing. This video isn't about cliches. It's about you owning the fact that you were and always will be the one who saves yourself. Let's talk about how you got here, why it matters, and what's next. Here's the truth. Most of us grow up believing there's always going to be someone to catch us when we fall. But when life really hits, where's the safety net? Let's be real. Life doesn't come with a manual or an instruction video. No one teaches you how to keep going when you're completely drained, when everything you've tried has failed. And you know what? That's when it gets real. That's when you realize nobody's coming. Your family, your friends, they might want the best for you, but they don't have the answers. This realization, it's heavy, it's painful, but it's also freeing. Because the second you stop expecting someone else to save you is the moment you step into your own power. Imagine waking up every day, not because someone is nudging you to get out of bed, but because you decided you deserve better. There's no applause for your early mornings, no pat on the back for sticking to your plan. But you show up anyway. Why? Because belief doesn't need a cheerleader. It's a quiet fire. You didn't build belief in the perfect conditions. You built it when everything was falling apart. When there were no wins, no progress, and no reason to keep going other than the fact that something inside you refused to quit. It's like planting a seed in the middle of a storm. The odds are stacked against you. but you still nurture it, protect it, and fight for it. Because deep down, you know, someday it's going to grow. Let's not sugarcoat it. Choosing yourself comes at a cost. You lose people, you lose comfort, you lose the illusion that things will magically get better. But what you gain, that's priceless. You gain the ability to trust yourself, to look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of the person I'm becoming. Think about the sacrifices you've made, the friendships you've let go of, the weekends you've spent grinding while others partied. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Because here's the secret. The people who truly matter, the ones who get it, will find you on this journey. And those who don't, they were never meant to stay. Here's what no one tells you. Pain doesn't just break you, it builds you. Every failure, every rejection, every moment of doubt, it's fuel. When people doubted you, it wasn't their disbelief that hurt the most. It was the whisper in your own mind saying, what if they're right? But you silenced that voice. You proved it wrong. Now think about where you are today. You might not be where you want to be yet, but you're not where you used to be. And that's because of you. You took every punch life threw at you and turned it into momentum. That's not luck, that's strength. Look around you one more time. The only reason you're standing here today is because you refused to give up. You didn't wait for the perfect moment. You created it. The world will try to tell you that you need a roadmap, a mentor, or a team to succeed. But here's the truth. None of that matters unless you believe in yourself first. So keep going. Not for the applause, not for the recognition, but because deep down, you know you're capable of so much more. If this hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget, the next chapter of your story starts today.
The function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days trying to prolong them. I shall use my time.
Says that death is not waiting behind that door right now. Every second, you are between life and death. One day, it just stays with this, and this is going to happen. So in the moment where you realize it could be my last action right now that I do, having this type of thought on the mind, it could be your last, hopefully, makes you wake up to really focus on the things that are important for you. Because many things are starting to fall away when somebody tells you, look, you only have 1 more week to live. Many problems that at the moment people are caring about, they would just disappear. Then they wake up and realize this shortness of life, how precious it actually is that we are able to be here.
One thing I've noticed about you is you are in a constant state of fear, worry, and doubt. And I need you to remember that where gratitude exists, fear cannot. You need to wake up every single morning and reroute yourself in what you're grateful for, the trials that you've had to overcome. You can be grateful for the goals that have yet to be achieved. See them in your mind give gratitude as if they've already happened, then watch how your life changes.
Genius adores isolation. If you want to get into flow state and do beautiful work, Vincent van Gogh. He only sold 2 paintings, but he's Vincent van Gogh. I would say it's absolutely essential to leave the world regularly, to do your best work, to get into flow state. You can be in the world or you can do your finest work. You can't do both.
Master imagination. Be capable of closing your eyes and transporting yourself to an alternate reality in which you can immerse yourself at any given moment. Explore this alternate reality. Identify every detail of every aspect within the environment. Make it so vivid, so real that you can smell the misty air, feel the chill breeze, and see each blade of grass that blows with the wind atop the rolling hills. Bring this vision back and write it down, every last detail, and bring it to life. Create a mood board. Listen to music that matches the environment. Light a candle that matches the scent of the environment. Wear clothes that you could see yourself wearing in that environment. Do everything in your power to bring yourself closer to that vision. And sooner than you believe, your vision will be your reality. I promise.
Everything that you want but you don't have is outside of your comfort zone. And what I have learned in my potential path journey is that there are trade-offs all along the way. At every critical juncture in a person's life, if they want to go to the next level, they don't go to the next level by just stepping up. They go to the next level by realizing they've got to give something up to go there. And the way this works is the higher you go, the higher the price.
Afraid of what other people think. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius says, we all love ourselves more than other people, but for some reason we care about their opinions more than our own. The great British writer Cyril Connolly said, some people are afraid even to kill themselves for fear of what the neighbors might think. And the idea is we're held back by the opinions of people we've never met, the opinions of people we don't care about, the opinions of people we don't agree with on anything else, right? We are held back on what they might think of what we might think or say or do. And this holds us back from the things that we're capable of doing.
We are way too obsessed, and chances are you're way too obsessed with fixing things. You want your life to be different, right? You're saying, this needs to change, this needs to change, this needs to change. But that's only one part of you. There's another part of you that doesn't want things to be different, right? That wants to stay at home, that wants to hit the snooze button. And if you want to master your life, you need to take control of all parts of you. You need to understand all parts of you. And we spend way too much time trying to fix our problems without even understanding, where did this come from? How does this manifest? How does it affect me? So spend a little bit more time or a lot more time with yourself, understanding your conflict. Don't even try to fix your problems, just understand them. That's the one thing that needs to change. And if that changes, then you will be amazed at how easy everything else it'll be like dominoes, where once you understand yourself, then a lot of things will start going positive in your life.
You've spent so much time trying to meet everyone else's expectations, trying to fit into their idea of who you should be. But what would your life look like if you lived it for you? Not for their approvals, not for their applause, but for the quiet moments when you can say, this feels right. Because when it's all said and done, you're the one who has to live with your choices. So make them count for you.
When things come to an end, we often feel it's final, but it's actually the chance for transformation. I was reminded of this the other day when I was going for a run through the woods, admiring the fallen leaves on the ground. Those leaves were not at end of life. They were going back into the earth. They were nourishing the soil. They were giving the chance for new life, for new growth. And like the leaves, we have to be able to embrace change. We have to let go of what no longer serves us. Give yourself the chance for renewal. So when life gets hard, when you start to feel weighed down, remember the beauty of fallen leaves. And when you feel like you're falling, remember it's your chance for transformation. It's your chance to create space and vibrancy in your life.
Do you feel like you're constantly running, chasing something better, something bigger, yet never truly arriving? Like no matter how far or how fast you go, something's still chasing you? The truth is, you're not running toward anything. You're running away. Away from the fears that haunt you, the regrets that eat away at you, the pain you've tried to bury deep down. And I'm here to tell you something you might not want to hear. There's only one way to truly escape. You can't outrun the darkness. You can't drown it out with noise. You have to turn around, face it, embrace it. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to feel good. But the person you become on the other side will thank you. The strength, the clarity, and the purpose you're searching for. It's all waiting for you in the very place you've been avoiding. When was the last time you sat in complete silence? No phone, no music, no friends to distract you. Just you and your thoughts. For most people, the idea is terrifying. Why? Because in the silence, the truth comes out. The things you've been avoiding, the doubts, the failures, the mistakes, they all rise to the surface. And we've been conditioned to think that facing those things is weakness. Let me tell you something. The true weakness is avoiding them. Running from your demons doesn't make them disappear. It only gives them more power. They follow you everywhere, lurking in the shadows, growing stronger every time you try to bury them. And the more you run, the more control they have over your life. And here's the thing. Those demons, that darkness, that's not your enemy. It's a part of you. A part of you that's crying out to be understood, to be acknowledged. And the moment you stop running, the moment you turn around and say, I'm ready to face this, that's the moment you take back your power. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's freedom. Freedom from the expectations of others. Freedom from the noise of the world. It's a chance to connect with yourself, to understand who you really are and what you really want. And here's the best part. When you embrace solitude, when you embrace the silence, you stop seeking validation from the outside world. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop living for everyone else and start living for yourself. The darkness isn't just a place of pain, it's a place of transformation. When you go into the darkness, you're forced to confront everything you've been running from. Your mistakes, your regrets, your fears. And at first, it's going to hurt. It's going to feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But that's where the magic happens. Because in the darkness, you learn what you're really made of. You learn that you're stronger than your fears, braver than your doubts, and more capable than you ever thought possible. The darkness strips away everything you thought you were and forces you to rebuild yourself from the ground up. And when you come out the other side, you're not just a better version of yourself, you're unstoppable. So how do you do it? How do you stop running and start facing the things you've been avoiding? 1, start with silence. Turn off your phone. Step away from the noise. Find a quiet place where you can just be. At first, it's going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to want to distract yourself. But don't. Sit with it. Let the discomfort come. 2, acknowledge your fears. Write them down, speak them out loud. Whatever it takes to bring them into the light. Because the more you try to suppress them, the more power they have. But when you name them, when you face them, they lose their grip on you. 3, ask the hard questions. What am I afraid of? What am I running from? What do I need to change? These aren't easy questions, but they're necessary. 4, take small steps. Facing your demons doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. Start small. Spend a few minutes each day in silence. Reflect on one fear at a time. And as you get stronger, take on bigger challenges. 5, be patient with yourself. Growth isn't linear. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. But don't. Remember, every step you take toward the darkness is a step closer to your true self. When you turn around and face your demons, you don't just conquer them, you transform them. You take the pain that once held you back and turn it into fuel for growth. You take the fears that once controlled you and use them to push yourself forward. You take the darkness that once consumed you and turn it into your greatest strength. And here's the thing. Once you've faced your demons, once you've embraced the darkness, you're no longer afraid of it. You carry that strength with you wherever you go. This isn't just about motivation. It's about transformation. It's about stepping into the person you were always meant to be. So stop running, stop hiding, turn around, face the darkness. Because everything you're searching for, your strength, your purpose, your peace, is waiting for you on the other side.
The Buddha says, being in a state of pain, anxiety, or in a state of suffering comes from attachment. When you're attached to things, attached to people, attached to identities, attached to philosophies, then you end up being in a situation where you experience pain. But you don't have to experience suffering if you live in a state of no expectation, where you're just living life, taking it day by day, step by step, and enjoying yourself. You always have the pain of comparison. It's easy to compare yourself in the age of the internet to other people. The pain of living in the future, right? The pain of what you could be, you should be, but you aren't. You can liberate yourself from a lot of these things by living in the present moment, by being here right now.
We may not be able to control everything in our outer world, but we certainly can control our inner world. And so it's not so important to not react. I mean, everybody reacts, I react. The question is, how long are you going to react? So if you keep an emotional reaction going on for an extended period of time, you're memorizing that emotion, and your body, as the unconscious mind, is believing it's living in the same past experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We become addicted to the very life we don't even like. So it's important then for people to realize then, when you have that moment where you have crisis or something breaks down, that you do have control over it, and it's a formula.
If you think that everything is too good to be true, you're going to be right 9 out of 10 times. The only issue is that 1 out of every 10 opportunity, that could be the one that could change your life. So optimists fail far more than cynics, but eventually they hit a home run. So always keep your guard up, protect yourself, be street smart, but never fully close yourself off to the fact that you might have a life-changing opportunity in front of you.
These are words to remember when anyone tries to tell you to give up, tell you to give in, because whatever you're trying to do is impossible. Impossible is just a word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. I'm here to say you will make mistakes along the way. You will fall down. I have, many times, but what we do after that fall is how we make history, because impossible is nothing.
If you look at the greats in any walk of life, the greats do things when they don't always want to. And that's the separation.
But never be ashamed of anything you've done in your life. Face it, fix it, make it better. Build belief, build confidence to the point where nothing can hurt you because you know exactly who you are. You've faced your demons. You were able to hear all your past traumas. I'm no longer embarrassed. I'm no longer ashamed. Being ashamed is one of the biggest things that kill people nowadays.
What's risky is living your life and never trying for anything and never doing something brave and never getting yourself scared, and in a good way.
You know, if I see something, I see an opportunity, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We only, you know, we're all gonna die one day. So we live like that. Live like you could die tomorrow. You know, go for it.
A lot of people think they have all this time, so they fucking waste it. And then never go out and do what they really set out to do or accomplish or do anything great in their life. You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. There is no tomorrow, you know? There is no tomorrow. That shit. Let's get all this done today.
Contemplate the price you pay for inaction. So I think a lot of the time we presume that inaction has no cost, but it does. Inaction does have a cost because your attention is the most important thing that you have. So contemplate the price that you pay for inaction. It's a justification for you doing things sooner rather than later and committing.
Every morning when you get up, say over and over to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. I do it now, do it now. Whenever you have this tendency to procrastinate, program your subconscious mind with this automatic conditioned command, do it now, do it now, do it now. The key to overcoming procrastination is to develop a sense of urgency. Be the kind of person who gets things done quickly. Be the kind of person who launches fast on a task. Say over and over to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. Do you know that less than 2% of the population have a sense of urgency? And that there's not an example of a successful person anywhere who does not have a sense of urgency? That if you just develop a sense of urgency when somebody gives you a task, that you get on it and do it fast, that alone will move you into the top ranks in a very short period of time.
How do you try to make them understand you when they don't even understand themselves? They judge your actions, but don't even care to think about theirs. They criticize your every move while they blindly stumble around. You're trying to garner respect from the wrong peoples. It is apples and oranges. They view reality differently than you do. And every minute you spend trying to sell them on your dream is a minute you are not spending actually trying to achieve it.
When you're grateful, you can't be worried. You can't be fearful. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. And anger and fear are what screw people up most in their relationships, in their life, in their business. So I wire myself. I was saying to you that most people want to be happy, but their habit is to be worried or pissed off or frustrated or stressed. And so they've got a highway to stress and they got a dirt road to happiness.
One of my most powerful motivational frames is thinking about the person that I want to become as the destination. And thinking like, I want to be bulletproof. I want to be bulletproof in these ways. I want to be bulletproof in my marriage. I want to be bulletproof in my business, etc. And I think about that man, whoever I want him to be. Like we said, hell is when you look at who you could have been and realize that you're not that person. And then I think, if I were to make that man, what would I put that man through to make him who he is? Like, it wouldn't be easy times. It wouldn't be quick wins. It wouldn't even be easy wins. It would be the toil and the struggle of achieving and reaching for things that are right out of grasp. And so when I'm going through those like really harder times, I like to think of like looking in my mental mirror of like, I'm making you. I'm not there yet, but I'm making you.
Feeling lonely? Me too. I feel lonely a lot. But what loneliness is at its core is a lack of understanding of who we really are. When something bad happens, why me? To feel sort of a grievance
that things aren't fair, to feel that other people aren't giving you what you want or what you deserve. We start from a position of feeling kind of sorry for ourselves. We deserve more than what we're getting. And so Amor Fati is very powerful in that you train yourself to accept everything that happens. It's sort of a banality to say that things happen for a reason, but there's some truth to it. For Nietzsche, it was, this is life. Life involves pain. Life involves adversity. You're going to die one day and it's not going to be pleasant. Your friends and family members, they're going to die one day and it's not going to be pleasant. You're going to have failure in life. People are going to hurt you, but that is life. That's what it is. So to resist that, to be angry about that, means to not love life itself.
Join an easy crowd. You won't grow. Go where the expectations are high. Go where the demands are high. Go where the pressure's on to perform, to grow, to change, to develop, to read, to study, to develop skills. Go where the demands are high. Go where the expectations are strong so that it'll provoke you, push you, urgently insist that you not remain the same for the next couple of years, the next 5 years, that you'll grow and change.
The battle is feelings versus discipline. And I hate living according to your feelings. I hate acting according to your feelings. They get you messed up, dude. They jack your life up. They get you in trouble because not all feelings are good. You cannot live your life based off of your feelings. Feelings do not equal reality. Feelings do not equal results.
Won't get harder. Like, this is the hardest part. And so if you can just make it through this, everything else is downhill. It's not that the things that the dragons are going to slay aren't going to get bigger. They are. But you become so much more equipped to slay them back. And you have so many more allies. You have people in the stands cheering for you. You have the audience. You have all of these other things that are behind you. But at the beginning, it's just you with a stick against a bear.
Need you to understand that there is an undeniable power behind belief. And I know that you've never had anybody that's truly believed in you, but I'm telling you that I believe in you. I know that you can overcome your destructive habits, that you could become more confident, you can earn more, you can let go of the traumas that shit no longer serving, and you're better than that.
I'm saying what if and start saying why not. Some people are gonna live with the what if for the rest of their lives. When I get old, I'm on my deathbed. Man, what if I would have took that chance? What if I would have just started? What if I would have took the first step? Taking the first step got us exactly to where we are today. You take a chance to do something that you love, some saw in a dream, it can change your life. But exactly where you are right now is always gonna be there. It's never gonna go anywhere. Your hometown's gonna be the same. People are gonna be doing the same shit around you. But a chance for you to get out of where you're at, step out and take a chance on life, and it could be the best decision you ever made in your life. But you can't sit down and what if? Sit there on your ass and think, damn, what would it be like to be there? Go fucking do it.
The hardest part about change is not making the same choice as you did the day before. Now, once people understand that they're going to be uncomfortable, then the question is, what thoughts do you want to fire and wire in your brain? What behaviors will you demonstrate in one day? In the act of closing your eyes and rehearsing who you're going to be when you open your eyes begins to install neurological hardware in your brain to look like you've already done it.
Whatever you're thinking about, that's who you will become, because thoughts lead to actions, actions lead to habits, habits lead to lifestyle, and that lifestyle is what dictates who you are.
Here's the reality. Bad days are in store for all of us. It's guaranteed. It's the circle of life. So the question we need to ask ourselves is it really worth wasting perfectly good days fearing the bad ones?
Will chase happiness because they think that that's what they need, when in reality, happiness is just a byproduct of becoming the best version of yourself. So instead of chasing the emotion, become the type of person that is experiencing that emotion, and you can be in that state more consistently.
My prayer for you is that you win the battle that no one knows about, because usually those are the toughest.
On the other end of suffering is a life that many people don't know even exists. It's a beautiful world. We all live in this world where our brains are keeping us in this box. Outside that box, on the other edge of suffering, is a world that's endless of opportunity. But we are afraid to go outside that box because in that box it's comfortable. Outside that box, man, God gives you a shovel and says, man, start digging. That's not fun. But when you dig your own path to all kind of stuff that's unknown.
There ain't nothing you can do about what's gonna happen to you. You can't stop life from happening. You can do something about it. Life is 10% what happened to you, is 90% what you do about it. You've got to stop tripping every time something happened to you like it's the end of the world. It ain't. Just change your mindset. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude.
To succeed, you gotta overcome your fears, battle your own greed, conquer your own demons, become unsure, second guess everything you believe in, survive through the suffering to figure out the meaning, and go hard to the moment you bring the cream in. You might lose sleep, but it's gonna feel like you're dreaming.
Like the process of self-improvement. At the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself the question, what fulfills you? Like winning and losing, cool, of course it bothers you emotionally, right? But when you put in work, when you prepare, when you give everything you got to something, the process of self-improvement, even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you still have something to hang on to, knowing that you put some pride into the process of it, right? Just the process of self-improvement. When you do things, you try your best to do it a certain way, right? It's not predicated upon outcome. I'm not doing it, like he said, because I'm trying to attain this. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to get this. I'm not doing it for this, because the moment you get into the for this, to get this, like you're gonna be on the emotional roller coaster. So every once in a while, man, I think you gotta pull your head up for a little bit of air and just ask yourself, man, like what is it that fulfills me when I'm chasing that drag? You know what I'm saying? Fulfillment is a powerful thing.
Best advice I can give you on that is treat the past as a school. Let it teach you. Mistakes you've made, the things that went wrong, the things that didn't work. Don't use the past as a burden to carry, and don't use the past as a club to beat yourself to death. Past losses, past failures, past mistakes. But let the past be a school. Tough school, maybe. You've all been through some tough stuff. So if you feel good about the past, draw from it for experience and let it teach you. Then next is how you feel about the future. We've got to have the future well designed. The future is called the promise.
Those racing thoughts you have, sleepless nights, the anxiety, it's all there for a reason. It's telling you something. It's telling you that you need to take action. All of those emotions are telling you that you're meant for more than this. So don't ignore it.
You know, don't allow the storms that come into your life to make you lose that gratitude, to make you lose the appreciation for waking up. Learn how to dance in the rain, dance through the storm, embrace the storms, right? Because these things that happen to us, right? Hard times, difficulties, obstacles, they're inevitable. So the best thing you can do is learn how to work with the flow of life rather than against it. You know, don't try to run away from the pain. Don't try to escape the obstacles that come into your life. No, learn how to embrace them head on. Learn how to go through them, because that's where growth happens.
Everyone's just looking out for themselves, and that's okay. But it's time for you to start prioritizing yourself too. Trust that things will fall into place and that everything will work out for the best. You've overcome a lot through this journey and stayed hopeful even when things felt impossible. It's okay to be selfish too. It's your turn now to get what you deserve.
You're not really enjoying, while you pursue the goal, whatever it is in your life, if you're not really enjoying the doing because you are so focused on becoming and achieving and arriving at this future point, that the enjoyment of the doing is so greatly diminished or disappears completely, because all you want to do is arrive, but you're not there yet.
I can't handle not knowing. I can't handle not finding out. I don't want to not find out. The not knowing will drive me crazy. The wondering what if. Whoops, gonna be embarrassed of failure? Gonna be ashamed of losing? I mean, those are already two things that when I just say them, if I hear somebody else say that to me, I'm reaching out going, no, dude, feel more. No, don't be ashamed, screw up, find out.
Number one, you have to stop regretting the past. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't forget the past. You can learn from it and get better from it so you don't make the same mistakes, but you gotta stop regretting the past. Number two is stop worrying about the future. Psychologists have found that 85% of what you worry about on a daily basis will never happen. That's a waste of your energy, that's a waste of your time. And number three, stop looking for your happiness in other people. Other people cannot make you happy. It is absolutely impossible.
When you form a partnership, you make one decision. My decision is to be great. My decision is to be unstoppable. My decision is to win. My decision is to whatever it may be. Then after you make that decision, you got to commit to it. How many times have you talked yourself out of the commitment? You talked yourself out of the commitment.
It's not a bad thing to be unique. It's not a bad thing to be different. Not a bad thing to be comfortable with yourself, regardless of what everybody else around you is doing.
Those who are willing to risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. You have to take the risk. You can no longer play it safe. Now it's time to get risky. Now it's time to truly find out what you're made of and what you could achieve. Now it's time to truly find out how many lives you can impact. Now it's time to find out what you are destined to become.
You can't have an easy life in a great character. Show me a trust fund kid that inherited a bunch of money, and I'll show you someone mentally tortured. It's not the pursuit of happiness, it's the happiness of the pursuit. The journey or the destination. It's who you become on the journey.
If you're not getting past this, today, this week, this month, this year, all of a sudden a decade goes by and you're still holding up and you can't get rid of that thing. If it's holding you back from going where you want to go, maybe you should just deny the fucking thing ever fucking happened. Kick it in the head. Kick it off the curb. I'm done with you. I'm sick of you. I'm tired of hanging out with you. I'm tired of that thing, whatever it is, holding me back from going where I want to go.
Never say you can't do it. Say, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. And that's true with everything. It's like, there's nothing that you can't do. You may not have done it yet. We don't know if you can do it or not until you really practice, and then you find out if you could do it or not, or how well you could do it.
You have to kill your current self for your new self to have room to grow. And so it's this constant appraisal of your skills and activities. Which of these makes me stronger? Which of these makes it more likely for me to hit my goal? And I just want to give you that frame because that single frame of, is this person being in my life make it more likely or less likely to hit my goal? Is this activity or this behavior that I do make it more or less likely to hit my goal? And I consistently just ask that question over and over and over again. Imagine a competitor that you'd never want to go against. Focused, persistent, always learning, always improving, relentless, says no to everything but that which makes them stronger. You know what he looks like, you know how he acts, you know who he associates with. That's future you. Now become him.
A dream is so big, when you have something, it's hard to give up. You get to the point that you're capable of risking more for just a dream, which is something that a normal person would not understand.
You know, right now the goal is just to focus on myself, you know, everything growth. I'm not worried about the mistakes that I made in the past or anything, you know. I'm in competition with myself. So I'm just getting better and better and better. That's it.
You want to know when your life will really change though? The truth is, your life will change when you realize that some people are gone and they ain't coming back. Stop trying to breathe life into something that died years ago. Some people are in your life forever, but most people are only passing through. That chapter is in the past. So instead of reading the same chapter over and over again, it's time to make space for people who actually deserve your time and attention and who are presently here with you right now.
Remember this when life gets tough. Life is a lot like driving. Sometimes you get lost, and sometimes you have to take streets you don't like. Maybe they're full of traffic, or maybe they're too bumpy, but they lead you where you need to go. Each rough patch has a purpose that will teach you a lesson and make you stronger. You might not get why you're on a hard road, but trust the process. Every path, no matter how hard, is needed for your growth. The bumps in the road are steps to where you need to be. Keep going, even when the way is unclear or crowded. You have a place you're meant to reach. The funny thing about life is that we can have so much and still feel something's missing. There's always that empty spot making us wonder why. We make excuses, looking for reasons for this feeling, wondering if there's a fix. It's because we can't let go, holding on to a dream of a perfect life. We forget that good things take time.
Pleasure passes quickly, but the shame remains. That's the harsh Stoic truth. But the positive side of that is the reverse. When you work hard for something, when you put in hard labor on something, that passes quickly. But the pride, the virtue, the good that comes out of it, it remains.
And it's about accepting the seasons. The weather can never be the same. It can never rain all day, every day. So maybe you're in a season, but the weather always has to change. What can you be learning? What can you be doing in this season? Because it's definitely not gonna change if you're not figuring out what lesson you need to have in this season. If it never rained, the plant's not growing.
Have you ever realized that both fear and faith require you to believe in something that you cannot see? Think about that for a second. Both include uncertainty, both require discomfort. One keeps you small by anticipating danger or pain. The other wants you to grow by anticipating joy or love. So if you're stuck between the two, doubt or hope, fear or faith, maybe the simpler question is, which of the two do you value more? Once you have your answer, start acting from there.
Most people, when they fail, they don't like to look at themselves in the mirror and say, you know what? Maybe I have to change. People want change to happen to them. They don't want to change. And when you realize that change isn't going to happen to you, you need to actually proactively determine your future. Then and only then can you actually take not only full accountability for your good actions, your bad actions, but for your full life.
If you feel like you lost your way, I would say congratulations. If you're lost, that only means one thing. You're about to be found. And sometimes you need to lose your way in order to find a better way. Sometimes you need to lose certain things to gain better things. Sometimes certain doors have to close that you want to keep open so a better door can come into your life.
What will you do?
Rebuild it just the way it was, brick for brick.
I feel like a good example of this is when people talk about hitting rock bottom. When you get to a point where you really can look at yourself objectively and think like, what have I been doing? Like that's a state, that's a mental state where you are very prone and you have a very high potential to be able to say, okay, I can't do this anymore. I got to change something. But it's somebody who can really look at themselves and think, okay, what do I need to change? What have I been doing that's holding me back? What have I been doing that I know I really shouldn't be doing? Or kind of the opposite of that, what should I be doing that I know I haven't been doing?
I want to remind you of something, okay? And you don't need reminded of it, but I'm gonna remind you, anyhow, life is hard. Okay, fellas, life is hard. It's always been hard from the beginning, and it will always be hard. The Bible says man's days are few and full of trouble, and so we stand in the gap. And we pay the price. The difference is, how do you look at it? And then what do you do about it? What do you do about it? You cry about it, you mope about it, you drink about it. Say, Dwayne, I'm sad. Dude, that's a part of life. We all do. We all do. That's what sets us apart. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us men. We're not men because we face the battle and we get immediately victory every time a battle comes up. We're men because we face the battle and we stay in the battle when we feel like we're losing and we feel like we're getting beat up. But we stay in there and we keep fighting and we plant our feet and we say, until death do I part, this is me and I will fight this battle, regardless of what the battle is.
No, you listen to me, James Hawkins. You've got the makings of greatness in you, but you've got to take the helm and charge your own course. Stick to it, no matter the squalls. And when the time comes, you get the chance to really cast the cut of your sails and show what you're made of. Well, I hope I'm there, catching some of the light coming off you that day.
It's possible for us to get through the winter. Here's what's exciting about the passing of time. It takes you through whatever you're experiencing at the moment. That's what time will do, take you through the winter. Now, how do you handle the winters? Make this little note. You can get better, and you can get stronger, and you can get wiser. There's no winter that you can't overcome. There's no winter that you can't figure out how to survive. There's no winter powerful enough that you cannot, with the ingenuity of being a human being, of figuring out a way to get through it. Hang on. Make this note. Winters don't last forever. So become wiser, become stronger, become better to handle the winters that are gonna come in your life. Spring always comes. Sometimes the winter seems long. The night seems like it'll never pass, but sure enough, eventually, the night has to give way to the day. Winter has to give way to the spring. The difficult time has to give way to opportunity. The recession has to give way, finally, to the progression, to the expansion. And I don't know what kind of winters you've been through, but I want you to know, just hang in there when the night is long. Hang in there when it's dark. Hang in there when you can't figure it out. And your spring will surely come.
The truth is, for all my struggles to make my mark in life, for all I've accomplished, in just a few short generations, my name will be forgotten. Even the greatest of us can't compete with time and death.
Then why do you go on? Why does anyone?
My purpose, if you will, is to see where it's all going.
Is that my purpose? Simply to be a witness?
We create our own purpose in life. Now go create yours.
None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there. A king may move a man. A father may claim a son. That man can also move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game. Remember that howsoever you are played, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. Even though those who presume to play you be kings or men of power, you cannot say, but I was told by others to do thus, or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that.
Well, I think life is precious because you can't watch it again. I mean, you can believe in an afterlife if that makes you feel better. Doesn't mean it's true. But once you realize you're not going to be around forever, I think that's what makes life so magical. One day you'll eat your last meal, smell your last flower, hug your friend for the very last time. You might not know it's the last time, so that's why you should do everything you love with passion, you know? Treasure the few years you've got, because that's all there is.
A friendly reminder that in 3 generations, everyone who knew us will be dead, including the people whose opinions stopped you from doing what you wanted all along. Imagine that someone you know achieves every dream and hits every goal they have. Years later, they get old and die. 2 years after that, how much do you care? About as much as everyone else will if you accomplish your goals and dreams. Do it for you.
So what you waiting on?
What?
Do you dream, Elliot? You scraping so hard like you ain't never asked yourself this before. I said, do you want to be here right now?
Along the way, you're gonna need to do things you don't want to do, or might not think you can do. It's okay to be scared.
That you are now at war within your own mind and body. You are going through a metamorphosis, my nephew. It will not be a pleasant experience. But when you come out of it, you will be the beautiful prince you were always meant to be.
You're going to see this video right before you enter a winning stage in your life. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that you've been in a rut. You've been off. Things have been feeling maybe out of alignment for you for some time. But that's going to change very, very soon. You know, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And I believe that you have a purpose that you are destined to fulfill in this world. But in order to get there, in order to fulfill that purpose, you must go through a process. You must travel along this long and beautifully treacherous journey. With that comes a lot of hardship, a lot of adversity, a lot of discomfort, whether we like it or not. It's just part of the process. But I want you to know that although things may not have been going your way recently, you've been in this rut, you've been hitting dead end after dead end, repeat failure after repeat failure. The reason that you are going through this is because you are destined for something great.
You know, extraordinary things only happen to extraordinary people. Maybe it's a sign that you've got an extraordinary destiny. Something greater than you could have imagined.
Please stop making it so easy to be extraordinary. This world is so lost that all you have to do is be an honest person and keep some promises, and people think you're a superhero. I mean, if you open your eyes, the lessons are right in front of you. Listen to what makes old people regretful and ask yourself why you're doing the same exact things. Copy the people you look up to, and it freaking works. My God, all people ever want is some free pass, while the blueprint of other people's successes and failures is the closest thing you're ever gonna get.
And if one is passionate and committed in the noble pursuit of excellence within their chosen field, be that the arts, technology, science, humanitarianism, conservationism, then I would say one has a moral obligation and an ethical duty to be of service and to always strive to be part of the solution, not the problem. After all, it's a world that our children would inherit. That's worth being a part of. That speaks to me. Passion, action, noble intention creates progress.
Do you think that everyone has purpose?
The way I look at it is
You, Theo, were born with a DNA that will never be replicated in the past or in the future. It's a unique marker of you, right? So genetically, there is something different about you. Weird, odd, great, whatever you want to put it, okay? And it's like something that's planted at your birth. It's what makes you different from everybody else. That's like a seed at your birth. If you cultivate that seed, if you cultivate your uniqueness, it gives you a purpose in life. It's why you are unique. It's what makes you you. It's your energy, it's your character, it's your awareness, it's your sense of humor. It's what draws you to certain things, what you hate about certain things. It's you. If you listen to that, it's like a voice inside of your head. Listen to that voice clearly. It directs you, it gives you a purpose.
What is your why? Why'd you even get out of the bed this morning? Why did you eat what you ate? Why did you wear what you wore? We are here to connect. Life is about people. Love, time, death. Now these three abstractions connect every single human being on earth. Everything that we covet, everything that we fear not having, everything that we ultimately end up buying is because at the end of the day, we long for love, we wish we had more time, and we fear death. Love, time, death.
Natural to doubt yourself, but if you can push through that and do what needs to be done, you'll do just fine.
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, "You've changed," remember it's because they don't know how to say, "You've grown."
If you were anything like me, you have to feel the pressure. You have to be challenged. You have to be put into uncomfortable scenarios because it wakes something up within you, something that craves life. That part of you that lies deep down will live again. It will live again. And it is when you are reconnected with this part of you that you realize that you can really do anything. No matter how hard it gets or whatever challenge you face, there's nothing that could ever stop you. As long as you are connected with this energy and you remain focused in your pursuit of legacy and fulfillment, there's nothing you cannot do. It doesn't get any simpler than that.
People who have done phenomenal things, the journey that people go through, what is the inner conversation that they have, the inner monologue? How do each of us navigate through our own insecurities, our own moments of doubt? And then when you have those doubts, understanding where those doubts come from in the first place. I think once you understand that, then really you can create anything you want. It's just a matter of first how to navigate the journey of the self. And once you have that, you can be dropped into any industry whatsoever and you can figure it out.
Do not become a slave to your own mind. Your thoughts dictate your actions, and your actions dictate who you are. The first step to realizing your full potential is to think clearly and think positively.
It's not that life is short, as Seneca reminds us. It's that we waste a lot of it. And why do we waste it? Why do we waste this precious resource? Because we think that we have an unlimited amount of it. We think we'll get to it later. Marcus Aurelius says you could be good today, but instead you choose tomorrow, right? And we do that because we think we have tomorrow. We tell ourselves that lie. What you could say is the biggest lie in the world, right? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. I'll do it when the kids are older. I'll do it when things go back to normal. You don't know that you have that. That's the power of this Stoic exercise, memento mori. Memento mori is the embracing of the moment that you are in and the acceptance that you might not get that many more future moments. That's the power of memento mori. It's not supposed to be depressing. It's supposed to be clarifying, right? It's supposed to make you do that thing now, to stop believing that you have time to waste.
Whatever's in front of you isn't as big as you make it out to be. We start to make these very small things enormous because we allow our minds to take control and go away from us. We have to regain control of our mind. We've all overcome so many things in our lives, but we forget them. And a lot of times we don't spend enough time like reflecting back in our lives, realizing how great we truly are. We go through something, we put it back and we go on. And life is gonna always challenge us, always challenge us. And during that challenging moment, we panic. We forget who we truly are. Most situations, usually we can find the strength to handle them just through having the right mental process.
What exactly are you waiting for? Everything that you have been wishing for is right there waiting for you. All you have to do is show up. If you make a consistent and honest effort in pursuing your dreams, you will succeed.
You want to get to a level where you can't even believe that this is your life. That's how I feel. And I also know that anybody can do it. That anybody can do it. You just have to begin to look at yourself as the machine, in that you are not the person that created you, not the person that created the bad programming that you were forced to learn to operate with, but you are the person that has complete control to reprogram it and start version 1 of you right now. You are now the platform, and you are going to be able to continuously upgrade yourself, guide your evolution in a harmonious and peaceful way where you will continuously now achieve your goals, reach your milestones, become the person that you always dreamed you could be. And at the end of it, you've now developed the skill to continuously get better and better at operating you, the machine, till the day that you die.
How can you beat someone who cannot fucking quit? How can you beat someone who every time they go through a hard time, they get better and they get stronger instead of getting weaker and getting demoralized? How can you beat someone who looks back on all the tests that they've had and said, yeah, that wasn't shit, dude, okay? As opposed to the person who's like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then in 2 months, another thing happens. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. It's gonna be the person who has a stoic mentality, who looks at it and says this, okay, all right, we'll get through it. And then the next thing happens. Well, won't do that again, but we'll get through it.
You can't buy what you're looking for. Nobody can give you what you're looking for. What you're looking for is on the other side of thousands of days of unrecognized work that feel like they won't pay off, but eventually do in the biggest way. The confidence you need to carry out the life you want is an earned characteristic, and that is why it's so valuable. Discipline exists only as a result of doing the things that most people are not willing to do. So recognize that what you're searching for is a tall mountain to climb, but there's no sense in letting that scare you. Just start taking the steps. When our brain starts to go through suffering, when our brain starts to go through pain, or starts to go through insecurities, when we start to feel uncomfortable with ourselves, our brain gives us a way out. And that way out is usually quitting or taking the easier route. If we're able to look at ourselves and face whatever we're running from. We can do a lot more than we think. You feel pain, you feel suffering, you feel discomfort, you stop right there. Everybody has a wall in their mind. It's a wall, and it stops us from going further. Most walls have a door or a window. You have to find that. You have to have the courage to find that. And once you open that door or that window, you'll realize how much further you can go.
In psychology, there is an expression called a sense of control. People are happy when they feel they are in control of their lives. And people are unhappy when they feel they're out of control or controlled by other circumstances. So the starting point would be to teach people to set goals. Setting goals is the master skill of success because from it, everything else is possible. And they can be personal goals, financial goals, but teach them how to set goals. So learn how to set goals first day. What are your goals for this week, this month, this year, 5 years? Where do you want to be in 10 years? You can change as you get new information, but start off with an idea of where you're going. And then make plans to achieve the goals. And then organize the plans. Now, each day you plan your day in advance and you use your time and you work on achieving the goals that are important to you. You set priorities and you do things of high value rather than things of low value.
You don't owe anyone an explanation for keeping your circle tight and your energy protected. Silence isn't weakness, it's strength that doesn't need an audience. Not everyone will get you, and that's okay. Those who resonate with you will understand without you having to say a word. Stay true to yourself, preserve your energy for what really matters. In a world loud with distractions, be the calm that others need.
The people we admire the most are the ones that stand alone. They're willing to take risks. They're willing to take chances. They're willing to be outliers, that don't follow the rules, that understand what it takes to be great, understands you have to be different in order to succeed. You have to take a different path. You can't follow what everybody else is doing.
Who you are today is going to continue to be the person you are if you don't change anything about you or around you. You have to start looking and saying, who am I affiliating with? And what level are they at? And if I'm at equal level with them, I have to start looking for new people to affiliate with. If I'm going to become the average of the people I hang out with, then I want to make sure I'm leveling up in who I'm hanging out with. It's when I get complacent and I decide to coast, that's when I roll backwards. So I want to keep driving. I want to keep driving to the next level. I want to find out what motivates me and I want to go after it. I have to define that. I have to figure out what it is that motivates me, but then I can go after it. And I can find the people that have done it. I can find the people that have blazed that trail. And I can follow them. I can follow them to a certain point. But just like if I'm walking through snow and I follow the person in front of me and I walk in their tracks, eventually I have to go make my own tracks. But by following through those tracks, I've realized I understand how to walk through that snow even better. So when I venture off on my own, yeah, it'll be slow at first, but I'll know what I'm doing because I've seen it done. I'm gonna learn from others. I'm gonna do what they did to get to where they are, and then I'm gonna grow and do it even better. I'm gonna level up by finding people who've been there before me.
You're not failing because of the circumstance and situation. You're failing because mentally you let the circumstance and situation make you stop laying bricks. And you're not successful because you keep laying bricks, not laying bricks, laying bricks, not laying bricks. If you would just lay bricks regardless.
The way I do it is I ask myself what's true. You can write a narrative in your head and spin yourself down a negative path and beat yourself up and second guess and go back. But what's true is you made what you thought was the best decision in the moment, and then you leave it behind. I have a mentor of mine that says, learn the lesson, leave the event. You leave the event behind and you learn everything you can from it.
and there's no going back.
What are you doing? Yes, you. What are you doing? You stop hoping. You stop dreaming. You stop setting your expectations high. What are you doing? That's not the you that's always been you. What are you doing? You've let them get in your mind. You've let them lower your expectations. You left trials, tribulations, no's after no's fog you down. What are you doing?
No one will believe in you until you believe in you, and then the more you believe in you, the more the world will start believing in you. Another way to shape it is every visionary was initially ridiculed before they were revered. So I want you to think about that. Believe in your vision, your mighty possibility. Go out there and do the work required to make your vision real. And if you do it step by step, day by day, eventually the world will say, wow, you're a genius.
Challenging times blow. I mean, when I think about periods of my life that were just an absolute struggle, financially, emotionally, in relationships, it's horrible. And here's what I would always tell myself. This challenge is molding and shaping and strengthening me in ways that I didn't know that I needed. Because the thing about strength in life and character and resilience is those things, like steel, they're forged in the fire of your life. And so you create that when things are hard. And so just keep waking up and doing the best that you can, and know that one of these days you're gonna wake up, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna see a stronger, braver, and more resilient you staring back at you.
Everything in your life right now, everything you have, everything you do not have right now, are all results of your past actions. And that's hard to accept for a lot of us. But until you accept that, you will not be able to move forward. And when you do accept that, you take ownership and control over your life.
All kinds of different ways to break. You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun, and all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory, or it can be the mark of defeat. But there's also opportunity. There's opportunity to get stronger and get smarter and get faster and get tougher and get more stable and get more resilient and get better. When you break, you have the opportunity to show the world, the whole world, what you are really made of.
And in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you could ever begin to imagine. What you will realize is that you're greater than your circumstances, that you don't have to go through life being a victim.
It will not be easy. Start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
I want to be the best, Bill. Fine. How badly do you want it? You've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder, you've got to commit more.
to take more responsibility. You have to deal with more ups and downs. If we can deal with that question, how much are you willing to suffer?
Be f***ing fearless. Be f***ing fearless.
The best way to fight the demons that chase you in the night is to stop and turn around. I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one pat me on the back. I did all of the work alone.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
You want to know what's so dope about you? You've never given up. After all the stuff you've been through, you still here. I don't think you realize how amazing that is. People would have been giving up if they was in your shoes, but you didn't. And you should congratulate yourself for that, because that means blessings are coming your way in due time. This is a reminder just to tell you, you're doing amazing, yo. You gotta keep on going. And not many people can do that. So, hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing amazing. Truthfully.
Talk is cheap, action is expensive. Action is always gonna cost you something, right? Are you willing to pay the cost? More importantly, are you willing to accept the cost?
It's sad that most people will never find any level of satisfaction in today because the only thing keeping them going is the thought of escaping the present. If Friday afternoon is the only thing you look forward to, your life is painful because there's a lot of time between Fridays. And when Friday finally arrives, it passes pretty quick. When the only thing keeping you healthy and mindful is the thought of tearing it all down as a reward, your own demise is your priority, and that does not end well. If your life does not consist of achievement and overcoming on a daily basis, you have a problem to solve. But in my mind, there is no question of your capability to solve that problem.
You've always got to put purpose first. And you may not know what your purpose is. I can tell you this. People go, hey man, I want to find my purpose. And I have to remind them that purpose is not something that is lost, and therefore you're not just going to find it. You have to develop your purpose. And the place you start is putting off pleasure and putting off desires and focusing on purpose and duty first.
Life isn't fair at all. At all. So what are you gonna do about it? I knew that no one was coming back to help me. No one's gonna miracle me to be somebody special. All my situations were on me now. It's solely on me. It was on me. And that's the thing you have to realize. Everything you do, you may have some support, you may not, but it's on you. You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay.
On the other side of your discomfort is where your real true journey begins. You know, you've decided, oh, this is my walk. You know, this is the way I stand. Oh, when I stop, this is how I stop, and this is what I do, and this is what I do with my hand. And when I take my first step, this is what I do, right? That's not really who you are. That's choreographed, and that is practice, and that is what you've decided is the coolest way from your point of view. But the minute that you trip and fall, and if you really want to know who you are, it's how you get back up. When you get back up, because you have no cool on you then, right? You're getting up in shame or you're getting up in pride. Whatever it is, that's who you really are.
Part of life is about getting hurt, about failing and getting back up and dealing with adversity and setbacks and realizing that what you thought was a short path is actually going to be the long path to success, and you're going to have to take that journey if you really want it.
This might come as a surprise to you, but you are a mirage. From a distance, you look like someone who's driven, someone who's going places with ambition. But the second you get up close, you realize that there's nothing there. No action, no consistency, and no discipline. You tell yourself that today's the day, that you'll finally take some action. Yet the moment reality hits, that all vanishes. And you wonder why you always feel so stuck. If you want to make progress towards your goals, you need to gain a substance. And the way you do that is by taking action. Start with an action that you'll take tomorrow, just one. And once you do that, you're going to do it the next day, and then the day after that. And once you've done that enough times, you're going to add another action that you're going to do consistently. And you're going to repeat that process over and over and over again. Eventually, you'll transition from a mirage into something solid. You will become real, someone with true substance, someone who, when they says that they will do something, actually gets it done. And once you get to that point, your goals will follow.
Here's the thing with success. Every time there's success, you have to be prepared for the darkness. So anytime something happens good to you, you have to sort of now look out for what's gonna anchor that, because you can't have sunshine without darkness. A lot of times when people get to success and don't know that the darkness is coming, that's when you see them trip and fall. But you've gone to the mountaintop. You can look at it. It's almost like a algorithm. It's like when they win that big trophy, something happens. If they don't shake it off quick, they can't get back into the game.
You know, I think we all have dreams. I think we all have a vision of ourselves living this type of life. But some people will never do anything close to taking even steps towards that dream. What the f is holding you back? At the end of the day, you are alone in this world. You are alone. You could lose everybody and still be here. Who and what the hell is holding you back? It is just you and your ignorance to go and figure out what it takes to go and do what you're supposed to do so that you can get to those dreams, so that those visions become reality. And you just get off about the thought. Now imagine that was really your life. Imagine that was really what you felt every single day. You got to see it, breathe it, you got to be it. You simply just don't want it bad enough. Get the f to work.
Just remember, you are still becoming okay. One day you will look back at this version of you, knowing that you are doing your very best. Just give yourself time.
I don't think it's meant to be easy. Now, there's pain, but it'll pass, just like everything else. And since you know pain, your heart is stronger. Your soul understands more. You could live. Because there are moments when you couldn't.
It's not important that you become a good fighter in this world. And it's not important that you become a good spiritual guide in this world. It's important that you find a way to live a pleasant life and, in the best case, support other people that they also find the same. This is what it's about. No matter in which form you put it and which from cultural background you put it. The main idea is, if you don't find this way of reducing the suffering of your surrounding, your suffering won't stop.
You learn things painfully. When you learn something painfully, a part of you has to die. That's the pain. You know, when a dream is shattered, for example, a huge part of you that constituted that dream, maybe even the biological substrate of that dream, has to be stripped away and burned. Life is a constant process of death and rebirth. And to participate in that fully is to allow yourself to be redeemed by it. And so the good is that process of death and rebirth, voluntarily undertaken. It's like you're not as good as you could be, so you let that part of you die. And if someone comes along and says, you know, There's some dead wood here, man. It needs to be burned off. You think, well, that stuff's still a bit alive. When that burns, it's gonna hurt. It's like, yeah, well, no kidding. But maybe the thing that emerges in its place is something better. And I think this is the secret of human beings. This is what we're like.
When it comes to your growth, when it comes to becoming the best version of yourself, when it comes to you changing certain things, you have to view it as a process, and you have to give yourself grace to go through it and to go through that process. And part of the process is making mistakes. Part of the process is having bad days. Part of the process is having setbacks, right? And mess ups in the journey, right? And that's why awareness is so important. You have to be aware of when you do mess up, or when you do have a bad day, or you do make a mistake. You have to be aware of it so that you can catch yourself and reflect on it, so you can learn from it and grow from it, right? Because then right there, it's not a hindrance. Then it's an opportunity, and it's a lesson that helps push you even further.
Decide what you want and write it down. Make a list.
If a tree falls in a forest, but nobody sees it or hears it fall, did it fall? The same goes for doing work. If you do work, you don't tell anybody about the work you do, and nobody sees the work you do, then does the work get done? In their minds, from their perspective, no. For you, you might be thinking, I'm over here working my butt off. Why do people not understand what's going on? And it's because you probably are a phenomenal executor, but you're not yet a phenomenal advocate.
The process of finding yourself begins first with unfinding, sorting through all you're not but thought you were, digging past the opinions that define you, past the labels, masks, and words, underneath the love you've been given or the love that's been withheld, past the self-preserving lies to the secrets you'd never tell. It will feel first like a funeral, like who you are is being ripped away, but eventually you'll find that mourning is just another word for making space. Stay with the discomfort. Be open to the change, clear out the clutter until nothing much remains. And once your home is clean, your twisted knots unwound, and losing all you thought you were, you might finally be found.
This is us right now zoomed in, all right? Here's a day, or here's an hour, or here's a minute. But as we zoom out, it looks like this. Now, those events are just situations that happen, but they don't mean anything until we add perspective to it. Perspective determines how I experience a situation. Well, how is it we both experience the same thing, but we don't actually experience it the same way? This is what perspective does. So why am I saying this? Nothing is really good. Nothing is really bad until you say it is. This is how you eliminate suffering in your life. This is how you eliminate the heartache, the struggle, the adversity. This is how you get rid of it or how you move through it. It's through you consciously shifting your perspective. Because when I consciously shift my perspective, now I'm determining how I experience this.
The best piece of advice that I ever received is that you are what you think about. Everything that you think about, you become. You become what you think about. Thoughts lead to actions. Actions lead to behaviors. Behaviors leads to lifestyle. Lifestyle determines your destiny. So everything begins in the mind. If you can control and wield your mind, you can very much determine your destiny. And you decide, and you commit, and you determine your mindset, and you wield it. You can become successful.
The hardest things bring the greatest rewards. Sometimes the easiest path isn't the one we're meant to take. Deep down, you know it, don't you? The things that are hard, the real sacrifices, they carry a weight, a feeling you can't shake. Choosing the harder path, the one nobody else wants, is where the journey toward greatness begins. Now, ask yourself, how many times have you turned away because something felt too tough? How often have you chosen comfort over challenge, avoided discomfort because the other path demanded more? But here's a truth few accept. The best things in life come at a price, and it's not paid in money or possessions. The cost is sweat, time, and sometimes tears. Greatness asks, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you ready to step out of the ordinary and pay the price that greatness demands? Because this isn't about someone else's path, this is about blazing your own trail. It's hard. It feels like nobody understands, then you're probably doing something right. The hardest choices, the sacrifices that hurt the most, those are the ones that truly matter. So, are you ready to choose the path less taken? Are you willing to be more than what's expected? When you face the hard choice and push forward, you're building resilience. You're conditioning yourself to handle adversity. Each time you choose what's hard over what's easy, you're choosing growth over stagnation. And that's how you get stronger. That's how you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than anyone thought, including yourself. But why is it so tempting to avoid the hard road? Because comfort is seductive. Sacrifice is the fire that shapes you. And though it may burn, it transforms you into the person you need to become. True sacrifice means understanding that what you're giving up today is paving the way for something better tomorrow. It's an act of self-respect, an acknowledgement that your goals deserve nothing less than everything you have, and you're willing to sacrifice, to truly embrace discomfort. That's when you become unstoppable. That's when your potential is unlocked. Now let's bring it closer to home. Think about your own life, your dreams, your goals. Are you really ready to sacrifice? Are you prepared to give up comfort? Let go of the things that hold you back and face the unknown to reach your potential. This isn't a question with an easy answer. Sacrifice isn't something you decide to do just once. It's a choice you make every day. It's waking up and choosing discipline over excuses. It's staying on your path, even when others turn back. So ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to reach your goals? What comfort, what distraction, what safety net are you ready to leave behind? The question isn't about what you want. It's about what you're willing to give up to make it happen. The path to greatness is long, and the cost is high. It's going to take everything you've got. Be honest with yourself. Success isn't reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It's for the resilient. The ones willing to push through the pain, face their fears, and go after what they want with everything they have. And if that's you, if you're truly ready to make sacrifices, then start today. Start trading what's easy for what's meaning. Remember, success is built on daily choices. It's not a single moment of bravery. If you're prepared to give up comfort for something more, then you're already closer to achieving your dreams than you realize. Embracing sacrifice doesn't happen overnight. It's a habit, a mindset that takes time to build. You have to train yourself to see discomfort as part of the journey. Like an athlete trains their body, you have to train your mind to push through obstacles. Each time you push yourself a little further, each time you choose discipline over convenience, you're building resilience. Think of sacrifice as a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. Just like an athlete trains their body to handle physical stress, you need to train your mind to welcome challenges. It's choosing the path that feels hard because that's where growth happens. It's committing to your goals on the days you'd rather quit. Discipline is the foundation of sacrifice. Without it, the journey becomes scattered and the vision fades. But with discipline, each small action builds on the last. Every day you stay on track, you're investing in the person you want to become. Create routines that challenge you, routines that push you beyond what's comfortable. Whether it's training, work, or learning something new, each small choice builds a foundation of sacrifice. And here's the truth. The pain doesn't necessarily get easier, but your ability to handle it grows. Sacrifice isn't about erasing pain, it's about training yourself to endure it. With each day, you'll find strength you didn't know you had. Each challenge you face, each decision you make to keep pushing forward, brings you closer to becoming the person capable of achieving greatness. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Because sacrifice, discipline, and resilience are the keys to unlocking the potential you have within. And each time you choose what's hard, you're moving one step closer to becoming who you're meant to be. When it's all said and done, the hardest things in life are what define us. the sacrifices, the struggles, the sleepless nights, they're all building something within you that no easy path ever could. When you embrace the pain of sacrifice, you're creating a future you'll be proud of. You're proving to yourself that you're capable of anything. But remember, this isn't about anyone else. This journey, this path, it's yours. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And the only way to reach that version is through sacrifice. So ask yourself again, what are you willing to give up? What are you ready to let go of in order to gain something greater? Because in the end, the rewards aren't just about success or achievements. They're about knowing that you gave everything you had, that you didn't settle, and that you chose the path of growth over comfort. Embrace the hard road, chase the challenge, and let every sacrifice bring you closer to the greatness you know you're capable of.
The strength to face discomfort. We live in a world that's constantly trying to sell us comfort. Everywhere you look, there's a promise of ease, shortcuts, quick fixes, instant gratification. We're told that the path of least resistance is the one we should take, that anything worth having should come without struggle. But I'm here to tell you, that's a lie. Comfort, convenience, and ease. These are not the things that build a strong, fulfilled life. In fact, they're often the very things that keep us stuck. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. Strength isn't built when everything is going smoothly. You don't become the person you're meant to be by avoiding challenges, by sidestepping obstacles, by staying in the safe, familiar spaces. Growth happens when you face the discomfort, when you lean into it, when you choose to show up even when everything inside you is telling you to turn back. We're conditioned to believe that discomfort is a sign that something is wrong, that we're on the wrong path. But discomfort is a signal. It's telling you that you're moving beyond your limits, that you're stretching, that you're pushing yourself into new territory. And that's where the magic happens. That's where transformation begins. If you look at anyone who's ever achieved anything meaningful, you'll find that they all have one thing in common. They chose to embrace discomfort. They understood that the hard moments, the ones that test you, the ones that make you doubt yourself, the ones that make you question everything, those are the moments that shape you. Those are the moments that build resilience. But here's the thing. Most people never tap into their true potential because they avoid those moments. They choose comfort over challenge. They choose safety over risk. And in doing so, they settle for a life that's smaller than the one they're capable of living. They settle for routine, for mediocrity, for a version of themselves that never has to struggle but also never gets to grow. We have to stop seeing discomfort as the enemy. We have to stop treating struggle as something to escape from. We need to start seeing it for what it really is, an opportunity. A chance to prove to ourselves what we're made of. A chance to step up and show that we're not afraid of the work, that we're not afraid of the pain that comes with pushing past our limits. Life isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to challenge you, to test you, to push you. And every time you face that challenge, every time you push through that discomfort, you're building a new level of resilience. You're becoming someone who can handle whatever life throws at them. You're becoming unbreakable. Here's what the world needs to hear right now. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel like you're out of your depth. That's where real life happens. That's where you find out who you really are. It's not in the moments when everything is going well. It's in the moments when you're facing the storm, when you feel like quitting, when you don't know if you have what it takes, but you keep going anyway. We're so used to avoiding discomfort that we've forgotten how to endure it. We've forgotten that it's part of the process, and as a result, we've become fragile. We give up at the first sign of difficulty. We retreat when things don't go as planned. And we wonder why we don't grow, why we don't change, why we don't become the people we want to be. But here's the truth. You cannot grow without discomfort. You cannot become stronger without struggle. You cannot achieve anything of real value if you're always running from the hard parts of life. You have to be willing to face it, to stand in the fire, to know that even when it's painful, even when it's uncertain, you're becoming stronger. You're becoming someone who doesn't just survive, but thrives. We need resilience more than ever. We need people who are willing to endure, who are willing to take the hard path, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. We need people who are willing to show up day after day, even when they're tired, even when they're discouraged, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because they know that it's in those moments that they are building something real. It's easy to quit when things get tough. It's easy to run when the pressure builds. But what if instead of running from discomfort, you decided to run toward it? What if you saw it as the gateway to your own potential? What if, instead of letting it defeat you, you let it be the thing that forges you into someone who can't be broken? Because here's the thing. Life is going to be hard, whether you choose to lean into discomfort or not. The difference is, when you embrace it, when you choose to see it as an opportunity instead of an obstacle, you gain control over your own growth.
The cost of wasting time. It's the most valuable resource we have, yet it's the one we treat the most casually. We let it slip through our fingers like it's infinite, like we have all the time in the world to do the things we want, to become the person we aspire to be, to live the life we imagine for ourselves. But deep down, we know that's not true. We know time is running out, and every second we waste is a second we'll never get back. We tell ourselves, we'll start tomorrow. We'll get to it later. We make excuses, convincing ourselves that we need more time, more preparation, more energy. We wait for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right feeling. And before we know it, days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. And we look back, wondering where the time went, wondering why we haven't made progress. The truth is, time doesn't wait. It doesn't pause for us to get ready. It moves forward, relentlessly, whether we're using it or wasting it. And the more we hesitate, the more we procrastinate, the more we let fear or doubt hold us back, the more we allow life to pass us by. You see, we act as if we're guaranteed tomorrow, as if we're guaranteed the next hour, but nothing is guaranteed. We assume that the opportunities we have now will still be there later. We think we can afford to wait, that there's no urgency, but the reality is, the only thing we're guaranteed is now. this moment, this chance to do something with our lives, to take action, to make a decision, to move forward. The clock is always ticking, and while you're sitting there, contemplating, wondering if you're ready, wondering if you're good enough, your time is slipping away. And that's the harsh reality. Time wasted is time you'll never get back. You can't reclaim it. You can't buy it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. We spend so much time planning, thinking, overthinking. We're waiting for the perfect conditions, the perfect mood, the perfect set of circumstances. We tell ourselves, once everything lines up, then I'll start. But life doesn't work like that. There's no perfect moment. There's no flawless plan. There's only action, imperfect, messy, but necessary action. Because the longer you wait for perfection, the more time you waste. We have to stop waiting for permission. We have to stop seeking validation from others, hoping someone will tell us we're ready, that it's our time. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dreams. You have to go out and take it. You have to make the decision that now is the time, that you're done waiting, done making excuses. If you want to change your life, if you want to achieve something, if you want to be something more than you are right now, you have to act. You have to take that first step, even if it's small, even if it's uncertain. Because action, no matter how small, builds momentum. And momentum is what drives change. The problem isn't that we don't know what to do. Deep down, most of us know exactly what we need to do to move forward. The problem is that we're scared to do it. We're afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of getting it wrong. But here's the thing. The fear of failure is costing you more than failure ever could. The time you spend avoiding action, the time you spend stuck in fear, it's time you'll never get back. Ask yourself, how much longer are you willing to wait? How much longer are you willing to let fear dictate your life? How much time have you already lost? And how much more are you willing to give away before you decide enough is enough? The great tragedy isn't that we fail, it's that we don't even try. We let opportunities pass by because we think there will always be more time, more chances. But life doesn't owe you opportunities. It doesn't owe you time. You have to make the most of what you have, right now, today. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Yes, it will be hard. But discomfort is where growth happens. It's where change begins. We often wait for motivation, thinking we need to feel inspired before we take action. But motivation is fickle. It's not always going to be there when you need it. What you need is discipline. The discipline to act, regardless of how you feel. The discipline to start, even when you're uncertain, even when you're tired, even when you're scared. Because discipline, not motivation, is what will carry you forward. Discipline is what turns intentions into reality. The reality is, life is shorter than we think. We have less time than we assume. And one day, you're going to look back, and you're going to wish you'd taken action sooner. You're going to wish you hadn't let fear stop you. You're going to wish you hadn't wasted time waiting for the perfect moment. So what's stopping you? What's holding you back? Because I promise you, there is no later. There is no better time. There is only now. If you want something, go after it.
So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
You got 1 month left of the year. Now, are you going to take this moment, actually write down your goals and actually take action before the year is over? Or are you going to wait until January 1st for a magical list of resolutions to appear and for you to achieve them with ease for the next year? I don't think you know what the right answer is. You have to take action no matter what time of the year it is, no matter what day it is. Every single day gone by is an opportunity that passes. So you might as well take the time before the year ends to go and put in the effort.
No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. Death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life.
What do you actually control in this life? Because you know everybody will tell you that you've got to focus on the things that you control and not worry about the things that you don't. But what do you actually control? What does that actually even mean? And I'm here to tell you it is a lot more simple than you actually even know, because it is nothing more than your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions. Every single thing that you control is one of those three.
Every single person that I have ever heard of, ever, that has built something amazing, delay gratification for as long as possible, and also was very tired. Okay, we have people talking about how tired they are. I'm tired. That's a prerequisite to success. Every single thing that has ever been built, every single accomplishment that's ever been accomplished, every single thing that is worth mentioning in the history of Earth was built by people who were tired.
Everyone that's out there grinding, working, everyone out there working hard and listening to this and just trying to get yourself a little bit better today than you were yesterday. As you meet struggles, and as you struggle to stay on the path, first of all, remember, you don't have to fight alone. Reach out to your comrades in arms. Call for fire support when you need it. We win wars because we stick together, and when we stick together, we can overcome any enemy. And the struggles that you face when they do try to flank you, do what a soldier does. Turn into the ambush, turn toward the enemy fire, and attack.
You never leave something, always go to something. If you're leaving something, you're constantly turning around and, well, I wonder how it was, and I wonder where they are, and I wonder what they're doing, and I wonder what they're thinking. But the moment that you go something, wherever you're going, it fills your life with passion and focus.
Strength is the only path to respect. And weakness has always been a choice. The choice made in the small decisions and the comfortable excuses, and in the refusal to confront hard truths. But here's the thing. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It never had. It never will. Since the dawn of human existence, there's been one universal law that's remained unbroken. Only the strong are respected. But somehow in today's world, we've lost sight of this truth. Society loves to tell you that mediocrity is accepted, that settling is normal, that your lack of drive and discipline is something to be excused, even celebrated. But let me tell you something most people will never say. This is a lie. Weakness has never been respected, not in history, not in nature, not in life. And it's remarkable to me how many men walk through this world without even realizing the weight of this truth. They convince themselves that their laziness, their lack of discipline, their mediocrity is invisible. But it's not. So ask yourself, is this the legacy you want to leave? Is this how you want to be remembered? As someone who gave up? As someone who settled? Strength isn't just about physical power. It's about your mindset. It's about how you approach life, how you face challenges, how you respond to failure. A strong man doesn't run from discomfort. He embraces it. He understands that growth comes from pain, from struggle, from pushing beyond your limits. A strong man doesn't make excuses. He takes responsibility for his actions, for his choices, for his life. He doesn't blame others for his circumstances. He looks in the mirror and owns it. A strong man doesn't settle. He doesn't accept mediocrity. He's always striving, always improving, always moving forward. And here's the thing. Strength isn't about perfection. It's about progress. About showing up every day and doing the work, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Challenge yourself. Set goals that scare you. Step out of your comfort zone. And when you fail, because you will fail, don't quit. Learn from it. Grow from it. Use it as fuel to keep going. Remember, strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you earned. The process, a journey, and it never ends. The choice is yours. But remember this. The world doesn't owe you anything. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for permission.
I wasn't going through Navy SEAL training. There's one thing I told myself. I wanted to quit every single day. But many dreams die while suffering. And many of us out here have suffered. And when you're suffering, I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually. It could be a relationship. When you're suffering, you give up on the very things that you wanted the most. When I was going through pararescue, I wanted to be a pararescueman so bad. But that water haunted me. So when the suffering got too much, my dream died. And pretty much, I almost died with it. If I didn't find Navy SEALs and getting past that hump and overcoming my demons and facing my demons every day, I would have never been up here today. You can't outrun your demons. They'll always know where you're hiding. Trust me at that. And I'll end with this. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
You don't achieve worthwhile goals quickly or easily. They take time. They take struggle. They take relentless pursuit day in and day out. That's what it takes. But also, things don't usually fall apart quickly either. So that's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second, because those seconds, they turn into minutes. And minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into years.
Study yourself, make yourself better. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Learn from her. Don't change who you are to become somebody else. Think about the time that you spend in your life trying to be somebody you're not. If you put that time and effort and energy into being who you were and who you are, how much farther along would you be in life?
Biggest enemy is your uncontrolled mind. Observe but don't absorb. Love but don't depend. Want but don't need. Feel but don't dwell. Understand that you'll always have problems. Learn to enjoy life while still solving them. Happiness is not about getting all you want. It is about enjoying all you have.
Just a little reminder, because I haven't said it in a while. You're doing good. You're doing a lot better than you think you are. You've come a long way, and a lot of people are very jealous of where you are. One of those people being you from a different stage in your life. Stop being so down on yourself because you're not where somebody else is. You're where you are, and it's a lot better than where you are.
Self-pity is the worst possible emotion anyone can have, and the most destructive. It destroys everything around it except itself. Self-pity will destroy relationships, it'll destroy anything that's good, it will fulfill all the prophecies it makes and leave only itself. And it's so simple to imagine that one is hard done by and that things are unfair and that one is underappreciated and that if only one had had a chance at this, but only one had had a chance at that, things would have gone better. You would be happier if only this, that one is unlucky, all those things. And some of them may well even be true. But to pity oneself as a result of them is to do oneself an enormous disservice.
So you want to change your life, figure out how your worst day was your best day. It'll change everything, because it is if you look for it. If you find the deeper meaning, it is. You know, there's something in you that wouldn't be there without it.
Face all your fears, that's how you conquer them. Don't dismiss them, just face them. Say, here's what I'm afraid of, I wonder what I could do to change that. Here's what you can do, pick a new destination and start going that way. You say, well, I've done this for the last 2 years, I'll probably have to do it another 2. And the answer is no, not in a million years. Now you can change one little degree at a time, or if you want to, you can revolutionize the whole thing.
The other thing is about life, when things happen to you, when you permit things to use you, you can't change the past, but you can interpret. You can reinterpret how you see it. All of us have experienced some tragedy, and if we haven't, we will. And you can either let it destroy your life, or you can build upon it. You can permit it to let it hold you down, or you can decide, I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm bigger than this. Make a declaration to yourself. You can decide, I'm going to work on myself and develop myself. I'm going to empower me. And all of these things that are happening to me right now, they're just temporary inconveniences. Expect things to get better for you, because they are. See, life is cycles. You're not, whatever experience you're having right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass.